The international training spot was in the afternoon, and we talked about our work in worldwide. We discussed the projects we're working in: Mexico, Nicaragua, Guatemala, the new project Senegal we're going to, Romania, Lesotho and Soweto. I picked two topics out of all the countries, Nicaragua being one of them. Nicaragua, as we've just started this year, and we're using a new idea that we're regionally training the people. We're using instructors from El Salvador, Mexico and Guatemala to teach in Nicaragua. They have the expertise in as much as they know the people, they know the language and they know the problems, plus it keeps our costings down. And these people are people that we've trained over the years, and they're very, very good at their job and very good at putting it over. I also talked about the new project, which we've done one course in Soweto. We actually have visited a venue. We've actually helped them organise this venue. They're building stables there now and taking it forward. The next course runs, in fact the teams go out on Friday, and that's the second one this year for the same students, and the following two will be in 2009, and that's the start of a very exciting project. And the students on that course were actually very, very energetic and willing to learn, and a full course makes all the difference to the people that we actually send to train them. They actually get a lot out of it as well. I also talked about the new development in Lesotho. Lesotho has a terrible problem in harnesses and carts, and we've actually gone and started to look at the design of a cart that can be used with their horses. It's important that instead of us trying to patch up the harnesses they've got, you've got to look at the problems, and the problem is basically the cart. This is an absolutely opposite. You put in the cart before the horse this time, because at this present moment it's just bashed together with anything they can get wheels onto, and consequently the pulling of the cart by the horse is causing severe injuries to it. So therefore we've developed a cart and hope to actually start building it in Lesotho in the early part of next year.
What we've talked about today is that World Horse Welfare is noticing that there appears to be an increasing problem in the UK with fat horses. We've had a right weight roadshow going out and about around the country, weighing people's horses, and over 80% of those horses have actually turned out to be overweight. What I think has actually happened is that people's perceptions have changed, and that horses that are actually overweight are now perceived, unfortunately, as the normal horse. A horse that's overweight can actually die in just as much pain, if not more pain, as a horse that's underweight, and a horse that's overweight is likely to suffer from conditions such as laminitis. Now, we think it's really important that owners are educated to monitor their horse's weight and trying to maintain a sensible weight for their animal. Samantha Lewis, who's actually the Right Weight Roadshow manager, explained the actions that we've been taking to help to rectify the problem with overweight horses, and that is this Right Weight Roadshow that we've been out and about around the country weighing horses and advising people.
All we're going to do is just pop the tape over at the lowest point of the withers, and then making sure that it's not twisted, we're just going to bring it up as close as possible to her elbow, so it's got a bit of a diagonal on there.
And then following on from Samantha, Caroline Argo spoke about some research that we funded at Liverpool University, where we're trying to establish just how ponies in particular carry their body fat, because at the moment there has been no real scientific research as to where fat is carried on ponies and the sort of effects that it might have. The condition scoring systems that have been used in the past have all really related to larger horses, and what we're hoping to do is to provide a better assessment method for the native ponies that we see in this country. And it's the native ponies that we very often see as obese cases. What I hope people will take away is that they need to actually be looking at their horses. They need to assess the horse on a regular basis to see whether they think it's putting on weight or whether it's fit. And if they do that, then hopefully these problems won't accumulate. What very often happens is that a horse puts on weight over a period of time, and because they live with that horse every day, they don't always notice it. They like to feed the horse, and what actually happens is in the end they kill it with kindness. If they take more notice of their horse's weight on perhaps a weekly basis, hopefully some of those problems can be avoided.
The campaigns team talked about our campaign, Make a Noise, against the long-distance transport of horses for slaughter in Europe. We looked at a few case studies of horses being transported across Europe for slaughter. We also looked at the current developments, such as our scientific research project, the field work that we've done, and how the actual trade is developing at this moment in time. We've got a great challenge ahead with the review of the regulation, and we desperately need people's help at this time, more so than ever before. The team included myself covering the latest developments, Keith Meldrum looking at the challenges that we'll face in the political environment, dealing with the European Commission and engaging member state support. Emma Cook talked about the need for support and highlighted another of the cases that we've seen involving a mare and foal, and how much we need to have public support, signing the petition, getting involved with the campaign. I hope people will take away from today to get involved with the campaign, to sign the petition, to write to their MP or MEP. We need press involvement to spread the word. Please visit www.makeanoise.co.uk and help us stop this trade.